Welcome to Crimson Tide Connection, your home for Crimson Tide sports. Joining me today is the head coach of the Alabama softball team, Patrick Murphy. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Awesome studio here, Christopher. This is unbelievable.
It is, Coach. I appreciate you coming. I'm glad you finally got to see it.
Oh, I mean, thank goodness Roots was with me because I never would have found it. But boy, this is something else.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited being able to do some things in here. But this past Friday, Coach, you had an exciting Friday. On Friday, the Sarah Patterson Champions Plaza was dedicated, and that's something that you and the 2012 National Championship team will forever be a part of. What was it like finally seeing all that come to fruition?
Well, I couldn't believe how many people were there. First, it was probably 94, 92 degrees. It was not expected to be that hot, obviously, in the first week of October. But the people that were out there were very, very gracious, thankful. I mean, it was 2 years ago, and they're still thanking us for winning that national championship. But to be on stage with Coach Patterson, Coach Sewell, and Coach Potter was quite the honor in itself. And then you throw in Dr. Bonner and Mr. Battle and just some of the people that were there. It was just an incredible day. We had a bunch of alums back. Kelly Kretschmann came back all the way from 98, 99, 2000, and 2001 team. We had several from the 2002 to 2005 teams. It was a really fun weekend for all of us.
Well, Coach, you know, speaking of events this past weekend, Jordan Patterson was honored as part of the homecoming court this past weekend. That had to be a thrill for you and the team.
Yeah, and you know, the timing couldn't have been any better with the Sarah Patterson Champions Plaza. Sarah had her high school coach in and her college coach. And then to have Jordan be a member of the court where her dad walks her out on the football field at halftime. I mean, perfect timing for their family. Jordan, very, very deserving, 4.0 in accounting, 4-time All-Academic SEC, just a great, great kid, a national champion, and you know, couldn't be happier for her.
Well, Jordan helped to contribute to this next honor that the team received as well, as the 2013 team was honored with the highest grade point average in the nation last year. What does that mean to you?
Well, she definitely helped us because with that 4.0, we had a team 3.69, highest ever in the history of our program. We had 4 or 5 4.0s. All 18 made the Academic All-SEC honor roll. First time ever in the history of our program. Just, I think it shows that, you know, at some schools they do academics well. At some schools they do athletics well. But at Alabama, you can do both. And to be the national champion in 2012 on the field, and then in 2013 to be the national champion academic team says a lot about the young ladies on our roster.
As you said, Murph, that says a lot about the character of this team. But really, how hard is it to do that? You have to be really disciplined, don't you?
Well, and you know, usually during the spring semester when we play, their grade point averages go up. They've learned time on task. They learn to say no to extracurricular activities. It's academics, it's softball, and then whatever else comes third. And we tell them that when we recruit them, that, you know, if it stays in that order, academic, softball, whatever else, you'll do fine. But once you get those 3 out of whack, that's when the trouble is going to start happening. We haven't had any of that. They've made their priorities. They've kept them straight. They're just a great bunch of young ladies.
And I'm sure that keeps the parents happy too. And for any parents that are looking for their kid to go somewhere, I think that has to be a great selling point for Alabama.
Well, I think when we talk to the team at the very beginning of each fall, we always say we love low maintenance kids, and that's a credit to them. You know, when I don't have to worry about a kid, that is the ultimate compliment I can give a kid, because I know what she's going to do in the classroom. I know what she's going to bring to the weight room. I know what she's going to bring to the practice field, and I know what she's going to bring to game time. And those are the type of kids that you win with, you know, the kids that do the right thing on and off the field.
Well, Murph, looking forward to this year's team. You've been official practices for a few weeks now. Are you starting to get a sense of this team's personality both on and off the field?
Yeah, we have, I think, 14 returnees. We have 4 new kids. That's a lot of returnees for one team. That's probably abnormally large for us, which is a good thing.
Right.
The 4 freshmen bring energy, passion. You know, they're coming into their first semester of college. Everything's brand new. So I think that rubs off on a lot of the older kids. We've got really good leadership from our 5 seniors. But some of the kids that have kind of stood out to me early on, you got to start with Haley McClinney. Probably one of the hardest working kids we've ever had in our program. She could have an ego the size of Alabama. She doesn't. Everybody loves her as a teammate. She just works extremely hard. Two big hitters that have had great falls so far is Leona Lafaela and Jaden Spencer. And ironically, they're both battling for first base. So we're going to have to find time for both of them in the lineup. Power-wise, they have been doing great things. They both hit balls over the scoreboard this fall, which is a pretty good shot, as you know.
Yes.
And then pitching-wise, we're looking forward to Jackie being 100% healthy, but Leslie Jury has really, really looked good. She's worked extremely hard, and we always tell our pitching staff, you know, when you play a position with a circle drawn around it, you should be the hardest working person on the team. And right now, Leslie might be that person.
Right. Well, Coach, you have fall brawl coming up over the next 3 Sundays. What are you hoping to get out of those, and how will they help you going forward?
Well, I think, first of all, we're going to experiment with the lineups. As you can recall, the last couple of falls, we've played 6 to 8 games. We're allowed 8. We're playing 6 this year, but every lineup will be totally different. I'll have a new leadoff. I'll have a new cleanup hitter. I'll have a new 9-hole hitter. They'll all be different. Second, we want to see a shortstop second base combination. We want to see a pitcher-catcher combination. So we're going to mix those up as well. Obviously, we're going to give Jade and Leona opportunities at first base. We've got really good competition at third in the middle of the infield. We have 5 outfielders that are going to need some playing time. And then basically it's seeing live pitching from another team because we're going to start scrimmaging today within our own team. But after a while, that gets a little old, and everybody knows everybody. And, you know, we're going to start with Northwest Florida State College, one of the top junior colleges in the South. They have played anybody and everybody this fall, so they're not going to be intimidated at all by us. The next weekend, we play Middle Tennessee. Kelly Montalvo, a former Alabama great, is going to bring her team back. She's an assistant coach there. That'll be a lot of fun to see her. And then the last weekend, October 27th, which is the day after the Tennessee football game, is West Alabama. And they've done really, really good things the last couple of years. They've been in NCAA regionals several times, and I think it'll be good to play a local team in Tuscaloosa. Hopefully they'll bring a lot of fans, and we'll have a good atmosphere out there.
What can fans do to come out and watch, and what time does it start this weekend?
All 3 doubleheaders start at 1 o'clock. It's a $5 admission fee for the 2 games. Practices are open to the public as well. So at any time when we practice in the afternoon, everybody's welcome to come out. We usually have about 8 to 10 regulars, which is fun for us. We get to see them, talk to them. But at any time, anybody that wants to come out to practice, they're always welcome.
All right, well, Murph, well, good luck over the next couple of weekends with the fall practice there.
Thanks a lot, Christopher.
Thanks, Murph, for joining us. For head coach Pat Murphy, I'm Chris Fringland, and that's it for this edition of the Crimson Tide Connection.